Yes, we are back again with another Power Hour, and today we have this amazing guest, Avanti, here. Hi, Avanti. Welcome to the TransformHER Learning Hub, and we are in the Knowledge Nuggets, in which we have these special guests who come in, which we call the Power Hour. So every month we have two guests who come in. So people have started logging in, and I can see some people who have joined in. Fantastic. So just before we go ahead, a quick, welcome to our ladies out here. And yes, everybody out there, welcome to TransformHER Learning Hub for Women. And we have this Knowledge Nugget series every month, where we touch on different topics on monthly basis. And from the last month, we have started with this new initiative of the Power Hour with our special guest. And our guest in the Power Hour series for the month of July is Avantii Deshpaande. And I think most of you must have heard her name, and she's a pretty known nutritionist. But just before we go to Avanti, it's just such a beautiful smile, Avanti. I'm so delighted to welcome you. But just before we go ahead and we begin, let me first thank our members. Thank you for being a part of TransformHER Learning Hub for Women. And as we said, this is the live series that we have, and I'm so excited here. I really feel very happy when I'm going live on this group. There is some sort of connection. I feel like just talking about the subjects that I choose and inviting my guests who are there. So that's fabulous. It just puts in that energy in me somehow. So hi, but if there are some people on the group who have never met me before, or never heard me before, or somebody who has just joined a week back or something, welcome once again to all of you. And a quick introduction, I'm Tejaswini Pasar. I am a business strategist and a transformation expert, and I'm an author of 10 Secrets to Enrich Your Entrepreneurial Journey. And you are going to find a link of this book coming to you all soon as you join the group. Most of you who are a part of the group must have received it by now. So yes, TransformHER is an initiative to energize, empower, and elevate women to take inspired action, grow their brand, create an impact, and build a business, career, and a life they love. And my ultimate goal and mission for this group is to share knowledge, expertise, success, failures, and actionable strategies to help you achieve your goals and your dreams. And that's why we are here. So let's get started. This was a little bit about TransformHER and a little bit about me. Avanti, I'm so happy that you are here. Thanks for sparing this time for us and talking to the women on this group. Ladies, I'm sure even if you know about Avanti, let me quickly give an introduction, because she has a big portfolio, and I think it's very important to understand what all she does, right? So Avantii Deshpaande is a pretty renowned nutritionist in Pune. She also, does some corporate wellness coaching engagements with various, companies across, and she is a menu analyst. Now, this is something that is very interesting that you should know. She actually analyzes the menus for the restaurants and the cafeterias to check on the nutrition part of it, because that's what she is best at. And I think that's really amazing. So if you are a nutrition freak and you are very, very, cautious about what you eat and stuff, you should really find out which are those restaurants and the cafeterias where Avanti has provided her nutrition analysis that she has done and put it up on the menu, and then visit there, right? Also, Avanti is a certified nutrigenomic. How do you pronounce that, Avanti? Genomic. Nutrigenomic counselor with about 20 years of versatile experience in the industry. So she's been doing this work for quite some time now. And as a consultant nutritionist, she actually lends her experience to individuals. She works with individuals, she works with corporates, she works with, as we know, it's restaurants, so it's the food brands, with educational institutes, with NGOs, cafeterias, hotels, I mean, that full chain of hospitality, I would say, and even the gyms and the fitness centers, because nutrition is more associated to the gyms and the fitness centers, right? I have known Avanti for quite some time, and I have been reading her articles in some of the I think some magazines, some of the newspapers as well. She's also an author and a food brand ambassador. She also takes up speaking assignments on subjects related to food science, nutrition, health, fitness. It's all in a gamut, right? So she is actually known to be highly engaged and a responsive nutritionist. I have seen her working, so I definitely know, how much of energy and heart and soul she puts in her work. So Avanti really educates and shares her knowledge actively. Online, you can see a lot of series where she would talk about, what is the recipe for this. So you have some special days coming and you'll have Avanti's recipes coming in. So you should ideally be a part of, whatever channel she is, so that you know what all to eat, and what to make on those days when you feel it's going to be really heavy on your stomach. So yeah, follow her social channels. She has clients across all the business verticals, and her popularity is due to this unique consultation approach that she has. She puts in a lot of research and study into the body composition of a person, and actually make the nutrition plan. I remember once when I was to meet Avanti, and I was at her office. I was sitting out, and I could really listen to what's really going on inside, the way she was explaining to her client, what is this your body all about, and what is it that you have to eat. So although I was in the waiting area, I felt, oh my god, this is really amazing to even listen to these things that are happening. So fabulous, Avanti. I know how this understanding the body composition and then making the nutrition plan really plays a very important role. And she really designs something which is very easy to adopt in day-to-day life, and that's what she gives to her clients. So her practice has really touched upon 10,000 plus clients through various, consultation that she does, the workshops that she does, the menu development that she does. So that really enables the effective lifestyle for many of her clients. And Avanti is basically a postgraduate in food science and a nutritionist. She's done it from Mumbai. She's also got the microbiome specialist. What's that? We want to. I really would want to know what that is, because this field is completely like, oh my god, this is one field which is pretty lucrative. It's like the glamour type of a stuff, but yes, if you follow, it's going to get you into glamour, right? So Avanti's achievements have been amazing. As I said, she has consulted more than 10,000 clients in the Indian Diabetic Association. She's also part of that committee of the Pune chapter. She has been a pageant for nutritionist for Miss Sanorita in 2016, and she's also a columnist for various health magazines that come up, and she's on various NGOs, a speaker for various corporates, and I can go on, and the list is really long. So of course you could always go and catch up on her channels, so that she's also very active on social media. She's got about more than 16,000 followers on her Instagram, more than 10,000 followers on her Facebook, and she also has a Facebook group which is especially for women, which talks about the PCOS. I think that's what we're going to be talking today, and getting into more detail and understanding this from Avanti. So yeah, she's there on YouTube as well. So if you want to know more about these things, you can always follow her there. Also, something that you should know about her is, recently Avanti has started a program known as PCOS Smart, which is a 90-day transformation program for PCOS affected women, to reverse the hormonal imbalance, which actually would help you keep your hormones in place, your weight in place. And I think she's the best one to, talk about it. So we'll listen to her when she has to talk and what she has to say about it. So Avanti, yes, over to you. And we want to know, tell us about yourself. Tell us your story. Tell us how you became a nutritionist. Come on, let's get to you, and we want to hear this from you.
Tejaswini, first of all, thank you so much for the lovely introduction. I also never imagined, for the amount of work and, how beautiful it sounds till I really heard from you. Because,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, nutrition has always been my passion and food has always been my passion. So, it just happens because you're so passionate about it. So the achievements just keep on happening, and you don't have to, work, put an extra effort to, achieve all those things because you just love to do it. I mean, you'll relate to it very, very well. You love to
Mhm.
create transformation for women entrepreneurs, and that's what you're passionate about. So the same thing. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for the lovely introduction, and I'm so glad to be on the show today. And I would like to thank all the women who are listening to us, because if I can give some message which is going to be helpful in their any form of transformations, I will be really glad about it. Okay.
Oh,
So
that's so
Tejaswini,
lovely.
coming to the question that you asked me, how did I select this field? So the thing is, like, it was never planned like I would be a nutritionist, but I always had a liking for food. Okay, I'm very passionate about food. I love to cook, and I love to try
Mhm.
out different dishes. And I was, of course, in my college days, I had decided to go in for catering because for the love of my food. Okay, but for certain reasons, I could not pick up that field because it meant staying away from home and all. And then I decided, okay, the next best that could happen was taking up nutrition. And
Mhm.
that is how it started off. So I started developing a lot of interest in nutrition. And because
Mhm.
you are passionate about certain things, like I am passionate about cooking. I love to try out different recipes. So ultimately what happens is, with this nutrition knowledge, I can help people, not just with the diet, but creating so many different form of recipes. So the diet becomes very, very interesting, and it doesn't become mundane and boring. So this is how
Mhm.
it really started off for me. Then in my college days, I was really, really overweight and obese. Okay, so that fact of see, the time when girls are always thin and flaunting their bodies, I was carrying this extra weight, and I wish I had a nutritionist who was there to guide me, to get me out of it. And that is how when I started my master's program, that is where I understood the science behind it, how nutrition can really transform your body. And that is the first transformation really happened to me in my whole body. I lost about, say, 18-20 kgs of weight in a healthy manner.
Oh,
Nowhere,
wow.
none of my clients who follow the diet is unhealthy. Nowhere there are fat diets given. They will love to eat, I stick to the soul food that they love to eat. If it's a South Indian, I will give them rice. If it's a North Indian, I will give them roti. So different non-vegetarian, vegetarian. You just need to consider all these things. And keeping that in mind, I was able to achieve my health goal. And of course, with because I could achieve my health goal, and because this nutrition science is so interesting. Like I lately studied this microbiome, which is your gut microorganisms have a major role to play in the major problems, or the disorders that you see these days, like even diabetes, PCOS, or something like even your Alzheimer's or arthritis, or your stomach upset, acidity, gases. So everything, the root cause is your gut. So if your gut is healthy, you are healthy, right? So that is where I studied this microbiome, which is a very, very nascent subject. Very few people have become an experts in that. And now I have already started a PCOS smart program, which is meant for PCOS affected women,
Mhm.
because I felt like so there is a particular thought process where I have developed this 90-day program. And this program helps the women not only to reverse the problems related to PCOS, but also lose weight. They have a lot of hair thinning. They don't have confidence because of all this thing happening. I think you've lost upon Tejaswini. So yeah. Hi.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, yeah. So, so these women who are affected with PCOS, they don't only have a medical issue, but they have something like a psychological issue and affecting their outlook towards life completely.
Yeah.
And with the
Mhm.
weight loss, with the reversal in the condition, with improved fertility, they gain a lot of confidence. So, that is where I decided to have this exclusive program just meant for the women, to give them that kind of a confidence. Probably, that confidence I got when I lost my weight, because ultimately, every woman wants to look good, fit into the best size of clothes. And if
Yeah.
I am able to help them achieve that dream, dream nothing like it. So, that is how I started off.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And I think for women, it's like whether you are 1 kg overweight or you're 10 kg overweight, there's always this feeling somewhere inside that, I'm carrying that overweight. So there's a lot of mental trauma that goes on. And I think, yeah,
Absolutely.
as what you said rightly, there's a whole lot of inner work that you need to do apart from
Yes.
just the nutrition part of it, right? So
So,
I
there's
think
just only
that's
one small thing I would like to mention here, So, there are a lot of women who come with, this rosy idea of having a particular kind of a figure. So, it is our responsibility also to give them a realistic picture. Suppose if you are probably, at the age of 50 and you're expecting to have a zero figure as against when you were young, see, you will achieve that, but, it is not good for your body. Your body is undergoing a lot of different changes, and probably, that's a different normal at a 50 to, be a 5 kgs overweight as compared to what when you were younger, So that kind of a confidence building is also very important, I think.
true, true, true. And I think I personally also think one more thing that is important is, yes, while you're working towards this nutrition, you're working towards a weight loss or to keep yourself internally healthy is something what is
Yes.
very important. Most of
Yes.
the time women get diverted towards looking at the outer structure and getting drained
Totally.
out completely, which
Totally.
which I think is something.
So, I have seen a lot of
Yeah.
women, especially urban women, having this superwoman syndrome. I don't know if you've heard this word. Okay, so trying to do achieve the best in everything, managing home, managing work, looking fit. What happens is it takes a toll on their health. So, you need to give them a realistic picture. And even if you want to lose weight, it should be done very realistically. You can't expect like I'm going to lose 5 kgs in about a month's time. No, it has to be sustainable, realistic, and that is what I try to achieve in this PCOS Smart program, which is a 90-day program.
Superb, superb. That's really nice. And these transformations, I also believe one thing, if you are at your healthy state, when I say healthy state, it does not necessarily mean, your weight or
Hmm.
something. Even if you are a little overweight, 1 or 2 kg, but if your internal health, your mental health is okay, that pushes you to do a lot of other things in a
Totally,
proper way.
totally,
Of course, you pay
totally.
attention
Yeah.
to what you eat and drink and whatever, but yeah, that plays a very, very crucial role. So your energy, your
Yes.
fitness determines a lot of things that you do.
Yes.
Great, great. So nice to know your journey about moving to a nutritionist, which actually was not a thought, but then how it really, your own experience led you to this profession, and you're doing so well in it, right? So
Thank you.
tell me one thing. What are your thoughts on nutrition for women? Is it really something different than what men would? I mean, if you really look at the human race, then is it different for women, or what is it? What's your thought
Yes.
about it?
So it is going to be different, because the simple reason being like, a woman's body is created to create this, to have this beautiful creation inside of her at some point in time. Whether you have it or not is your choice entirely. But, a woman's body is designed in such a way that it should be able to carry a newborn, and the fetus. And because of that reason, the structure is completely different. Okay, you will find a body fat percentage much higher in women as compared to men. Okay, that is the first difference. Women find it a little difficult to lose weight as compared to men for this particular reason. Okay, your body, especially a woman's body, is trying to cushion your body by keeping the body fat high. It is not, it's not your enemy. First of all, everybody needs to understand that. So you can't compare your body fat with, a body fat of a man and say like his body fat is 10% lesser and yours is, about 10% more. No, the standards are also saying that. Okay. So if I put as a standard fat percentage for men, it will be 10 to 20. And for women, it might be 20 to 30. So it's a science also. Okay. The way, so that's what. So beautifully, a body has been created so that, you will have a higher fat percentage and you should be enjoying that. That's why a woman's body is curvy. See that curviness is something which is, symbolic of a woman, and the reason being behind it is, the hormones are very different, the systems are very different. As I was mentioning earlier, you should accept that fact, you should be enjoying that fact, and not try to beat it up in any which ways. Like, yes, agreed, like some women do want to have a fat percentage of, very low, say 20% and all, but try to do it in a healthy way. Don't compare yourselves with men, because their fat structure, their body, the fat percentage, the body structure, the kind of exercises which they should be doing, which a woman should be doing, is entirely different. I've seen a lot of women like beating themselves up in the gym just because, they're comparing, or, they have got trainers who are like training men also and women also. But, a good trainer will know how to train a woman, and it's completely different than what they will train a man. So, yes, a man's and a woman's body is completely different, and it has to be respected and
True.
treated that way.
True, true. And you know what? Even for that sake at home, like, if you're really following this nutrition plan and you are doing something as the lady of the house, or if you are the one who really runs certain things in a certain manner at home, then probably the nutrition requirement for other people in the house could be completely different than what
Completely
you would.
different.
Don't say that you would have to prepare all different stuff, but then the nutrition need for a lady would be completely different,
So,
right? So what?
so I'm just interrupting you here, Tejaswini. You know what we do when suppose there's a couple who comes to us, a man or a woman, and husband wife, and they will be getting different diet charts from me, but they will be eating from the same family pot. Okay, so there are certain
Okay.
ingredients which are a must for a woman, and there are certain ingredients which are a must for a man. That will be a slight difference here and there in the diet. But if you talk about the bottom line, I have to prepare diets which they will be able to follow and eat from the same family pot. So it should not be very. So I can't say you don't eat dinner at all and you eat a wholesome dinner. It does not work that way. So we try to
It
keep
will
it.
not work. Yeah,
It will not work.
it will not
Yeah.
work. Yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
Fabulous, because that's where the whole challenge also starts. घर में ये चाहिए, तो this is what I have to prepare. Then my nutrition goes for a toss completely. Typically, I'm sure
Does
many
not
women
have
face
to.
this as well. Yeah.
It does not have to. Yeah.
Does not have to, right? True. So any specific inputs you have for women as far as the PCOS is concerned? I mean, that's the topic on which we wanted to talk today, and probably educate
Yeah.
more people out
So,
there.
let me just elaborate on what exactly is PCOS. So, PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Okay. It begins with something like it's a woman-related issue only, and it's so widespread. Like 1 in every 5 women is now getting affected with it. Okay. Now, what exactly happens in PCOS is your periods are irregular. Okay. You might start seeing facial hair because of the male hormone, that is the testosterone, being higher. You might see diabetes, you will see high blood pressure, you will see high cholesterol, and that's why it's known as a syndrome, because it is not only affecting your reproductive organs, that is irregular periods, but it is also going to affect your health. Having thyroid is also one more thing related to it. So so it is an endocrine disorder. That is why PCOS, that's a syndrome. Okay. Now, when we are treating this syndrome, what is very, very important is, of course, weight loss is the final aim of it, and that's what we are going to try to achieve in this. But in this scenario, we are going to see that the hormone imbalance is reversed. Okay. And whatever is the hormone imbalance, once reversed, then the symptoms start decreasing. So once your insulin sensitivity stops, there's a lot of darkening of skin also which happens in this PCOS affected women. Okay, hair thinning which happens. Now, once their hormones start getting balanced, they will stop seeing these problems. Their hair fall stops, their acne breakout stops, their periods start getting regular, the insulin starts getting in check, and then because these changes have happened in the body, they start losing weight. Okay, so we try to treat the problem at the root cause, and then we see the effect of it, and not going the other way around, not giving a weight loss and then waiting, not taking care of the hormonal imbalance at all. It will reverse back. So all the weight that you have lost will again gain back if you're not able to strike that right chord and balance out the hormone. That's very, very important. And that's what we do in the 90 days.
Okay, that's what your program is all focused on.
Yes.
So
Yes.
typically, I think at a particular age, when women get at a particular age, it's more about the hormones and all these things. Then which either weight gain happens or weight loss happens, or as you said, the various symptoms or various things, hair loss or something that happens.
Yes.
So
Yes.
typically, would there be any suggestions in terms of how you keep those hormones in place? So just before you hit that particular age, or whatever, is there anything as such?
Tejaswini, the thing is, see, earlier probably it used to happen in older women, 30 plus, but now it's so striking that I see a lot of teenage girls coming to me saying, like, they have been diagnosed with PCOS. So not only just, saying like irregular periods, they've got the diagnosis done, and teenage girls who have just started with the menarche, just started with their periods, are also seeing this. Now,
Oh.
there are different reasons why this will happen at different ages. Okay, if you consider a teenage, it will happen maybe because of the wrong eating habits, sedentary lifestyle, watching too much of television, not going out, to play, and eating a lot of junk food. That is a lot. Okay, and
Mm.
environmental factors. So all these things contribute to the PCOS in the younger girls. And then as you move advance, women who are of the childbearing age, or the 30s and the 40s, it's that superwoman syndrome which causes the PCOS because they're taking everything onto themselves. There's a mental stress going on constantly, which ultimately converges into PCOS. And the recommendation, there are different strategies for it. Okay, so first is the diet strategy which we work on. Second is the cleansing. So we work on cleansing the liver, the kidney, the intestine. That is the step. Then we give something which is known as an alkaline ash diet. We give a lifestyle change, and we work on the sleep strategies. So all these five things put, and of course the exercise. Okay, so when all six things you put into place, then only you will see the changes that which you want to see. So it's step by step, but we start 2 3 steps together, and in the first 21 days only the woman will start seeing a positive change, but we stick to 90 days because that is where the real habit building happens. So 21 days for the habit building, cleansing everything, and 90 days for really to remain and set it in that way.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Okay,
what
that's
we
good. That's great. Yeah. So it's like a step-by-step holistic approach.
totally,
So
totally.
we already have some questions coming in, but we'll take the questions at the end. Thanks, Vishaka, for asking that question, and we're gonna come back to you for the answers. Okay. So what do you think, Avanti, are the common mistakes that people make while adopting or thinking of a healthy lifestyle?
Okay. So, a healthy lifestyle is an ongoing process. I keep on mentioning that to everybody who comes to my clinic. So, consider it as something which you want to change for a life. So, you can't say like this, give me a keto diet. I'm going to follow it for 2 weeks, going to get my result of losing about 5 kgs and done. I'm just going to go back to what I was following earlier. That's not the reason why you should be going to a nutritionist. A nutritionist, a one who is qualified, is going to work to understand what is going wrong in your lifestyle, work step by step, and give you something which is sustainable. It is a nutritional lifestyle change rather than a fat diet. So that's very, very important. And people should realize that. Yeah, we do prescribe keto diets, we do give vegan diets, we do give intermittent fasting, but that is under supervision, and that is, done for a short period of time where we have measured results. But then ultimately we bring back people to the normal eating habits so that they can be educated, So we food educate people, like, we make them understand what is a food group, how can you replace it. If you're going out on a holiday, what do you need to do? If you're going out to eat in a restaurant, what do you need to do? There's a list of restaurants items which I give my clients. If you're eating Chinese, eat this. If you're eating South Indian, eat this. If you're eating, Punjabi, please eat this. So then they're not stuck anywhere. And ultimately, a nutritionist is just a catalyst for a short period of time. We'll give you that boost, but ultimately, when you have to follow it as a lifestyle, you have to learn to do it on your own, and we'll be guiding you through that.
True. Yeah. When it comes to lifestyle, it's more of the habits that you put in place
Yes,
than yeah,
yes,
anything else, right? And you got to be
right.
more disciplined to be able to do that. Yeah. So gone back with again with the transformation, it's all to do with the mental work that you have to put in. Great, great. So that's nice to know about these things. Another thing is that any tips, maybe a couple of tips that you can give our listeners today, people in the group.
Nutrition related. Okay, so
Yeah,
because of this.
nutrition related or PCOS. I mean, what subject probably? Yes.
Okay, so
Any.
I let me speak about general nutrition tips. Because of this COVID-19, let me just touch upon immunity a little bit. Okay,
Hmm,
I
hmm.
have also created a video which is just like a 1 minute video. You'll find that on my YouTube channel, even on Instagram and Facebook. So in that, in order to build immunity, just understand just eating foods is not going to build your immunity. You need to work on it. Okay, ki ek hafta follow. It's not a medicine. So you need to have that as a lifestyle change so that your immunity keeps on building up. Okay. So keep a few things in mind to build up the immunity. First of all, see that you are not nutrition deficient. Okay, it could be anemia, it could be B12, D3 deficiency. Okay, if that happens, try to get it analyzed. Indications will be several, like tiredness, fatigue, etc., etc. So try to get it analyzed. So you have to be nutritionally sound. Okay. Secondly, what you need to include every day in your diet is ghee. I keep on telling that again and again. Our country is being the originator, I feel, of ghee, and it works beautifully on our bodies. Not only in terms of satiating us better, but also balancing hormones for PCOS. So if somebody is on a PCOS diet, they will at least get 2 teaspoons of ghee to eat from me. Okay, a surprise, but you will be shocked to see the positivities that ghee can create. Then have ghee at least 1 teaspoon in the day. Either you have it first thing in the morning if you don't like to have it in the day, or any day add it to your chapati or dals and all. Second important ingredient is you should be consuming turmeric either in the form of this ghee turmeric first thing in the morning, or have a turmeric latte, or see that you're increasing the turmeric in the vegetables that you're preparing, especially to improve the immunity. Third important thing is you have to consume 1 glass of buttermilk, or 1 cup of curd every day. That's a probiotic, naturally going to improve your immunity. Okay, so you can work towards that. Eat 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in the day. So it could be fruits, like 1 fruit in the day, salad for your lunch and your dinner. Okay, and subsies which are normally present. So that means that you are eating 5 servings, and drink lots of water. Very very important. A lot of people I have seen commonly don't consume even 10 glasses of water. So you should be having about 10 to 12 glasses of water. That is a must. Okay, and this can be adopted. Even if you're trying to lose weight, even if you're trying to remain healthy, these principles can be adapted. Especially the 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, very very important. Breakfast is a must. Do not miss upon that any given reason. Dinners, have it a little early. Don't have it just about the time when you're sleeping. Calories, if you want to distribute, you can have carbohydrates more for lunch and lighter for dinner. So I think these tips will be helpful for people.
Oh my God, that's amazing! Quite a lot of tips, and of course, you talked about your video. You can share the link with us below this particular, after we finish, so that people can go and visit and see what exactly or what care they should be taking. So that's
Yes,
great.
yes,
Thanks
of course.
for all these tips and inputs. Just before we move on to the questions now, quick, what's your thought about the Transform Her initiative? Because
I
we
would
are actually building women out here.
see,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel I wish I had a Tejaswini Pisal when I began with my journey as an entrepreneur. Okay, because as see, see, I'm a nutritionist. Okay, and I'm not a born entrepreneur, or I have not learned entrepreneurship anywhere. Over a period of time, probably reading books on my own, making a lot of mistakes on my own. Okay, I have learned. But of course, a mentor like you, who will understand. And very important is, like, women want to do so many different, like, every day I meet women with such brilliant ideas, but then they are not able to convert it into a business. And I feel, a mentor who
Presentation.
can just make a woman believe that you are very good at what you're doing. And yes, there is a systematic way in which you can take your small idea to a big business, or small business, whatever it is. Nothing like it. I think, I would like to mention over here, Tejaswini, I remember taking sessions from you in like, say, about 2 years back, when I was just about to get into something more expanding in my business. And your tips were very very helpful to me. Today, I have when we met, I think so, I was thinking of having my own clinic set up, and thinking of having my own
Yeah,
food products brand. So I think that was really something which I really imagined, but it really happened. And one thing I really liked, and what I have learned, you are told, like, spend least time on social media. I remember you saying that. Okay, that's one very very important tip I have taken from you. Maybe I do apply it a lot of times, maybe I go off board a lot of times, but it just helps me to get back on track. And I'm very happy to say, like, I have started my own food products, which are been where I have done the R&D to it, and because I'm a food technologist. And it will be soon available offline, and it is also available already online on my platform, eatstore.avantideshpande.com. I would like all of you to use those and make them as your everyday habits. So that is there. So
habit.
concluding, Transform Her is a platform which is a boon for all the entrepreneurs, and they have to take it. You need a mentor. You simply need a mentor.
Thank
You can't do it all. And you shouldn't do it
yeah,
all.
I can so understand, and thank you, Avanti. That also sounded like a superb, give back to me, because I become so happy when when somebody who you have been coaching and has been able to take it to next levels
Yes.
is like just amazing. Thanks for all those kind words, and we are open for questions. So I'm going to take up the question that's written down out here. I think Vishakha is asking this question.
Okay.
I think when we were talking about you got to make food at home, and you end up preparing from the same pot as what you said. She writes, yes, but that becomes a problem. End of the day, you have to cook. And if you follow a diet again, you have to make different food. So that's a challenge. And I think you did mention something. What would you want to say here?
Vishakha, you heard this very carefully, okay? When I'm telling, let me give you a few examples when I say eating in the same family pot, okay? For example, today I'm making puris for my household. Everybody is going to eat puri and chole, for example, okay? But I am going to follow a different lifestyle because I want to remain healthy. So instead of eating the puri, I will make a nice paratha with ghee applied on it and eat that nice one paratha. Now, I'm not making a different menu at all, I'm still sticking to eating that roti item only along with the chole. But the way I will eat it is, I will eat a nice big bowl of salad with that. I will eat chole with that, and then I will eat a paratha with that. And of course, I do that, okay? Because I don't want anybody else to, not enjoy the life the way they want, okay? Second example is, if probably you are making, pav bhaji at home. Okay, so if you're making pav bhaji at home, what you do is, probably you will add a lot of makhan to it. You will add potatoes to it. Change it. Add a lot of vegetables to it. Add soy to it. Add potato to it, and make it as a homemade pav bhaji. Why won't you be able to enjoy that? We let people eat pav bhajis and all. Why not? I write it also and give it to people. You should be able to enjoy everything. Then the next example would be, if probably somebody is eating pizzas at home, fine, whatever is the pizza topping, you make it on a nice slice of bread, put it in the oven, and then that is your thing which you will enjoy. You'll still be eating from the family pot, but you will be having your own way of eating it, and they will be eating it in a particular way. And ultimately, when they find it interesting, why won't anybody want to adopt a healthy lifestyle? They will. So don't worry, don't need to cook anything different for yourself.
Wow, that's amazing. So, yes, Vishaka, I'm sure you will be now able to prepare the type of different pizza that Avanti talked
Vishaka,
about.
you could check our YouTube channel also. We have got a lot of interesting recipes which are tasty as well as healthy. So we've got pizzas also put up there. We've got parathas, wraps, rolls, salads, soups, everything. So you can check out our channel, Nutritionist Avanti. And a lot of my clients are trying it out and loving it. So you please try it out.
Yeah, so she puts amazing. That's insightful. Oh, that's wonderful. Another
Thank you.
question, Avanti, is how can we manage insulin resistance in our body when fighting POCS, PCOS?
PCOS.
Yeah,
Okay.
PCOS.
So insulin resistance and PCOS go hand in hand, as I said. So what you have to do is you have to reverse the reason why insulin increase is happening in your body. A simple reason why it's happening is because Indian diets are always carb oriented. Okay, so if you imagine your breakfast is poha and tea, your lunch is your roti, sabzi, salad is there sometimes, it's not there sometimes. Okay, you don't end up eating almonds every day. You don't have that ghee, what I told you. Okay. So what we do in keeping a check on the insulin resistance is we don't decrease the calories, but we just shift it from, a high carbohydrate to a moderate to a low carbohydrate, but giving you a high protein and a high good fat in the diet. So you are happy, fulfilling, satiated. At the same time, you're going to lose weight because we've shifted this. So that is how we work upon it.
Super, super. So, any more questions? Anybody? You can put it up here so that Avanti is straight. It comes directly from her. So, any questions? Fabulous. So, I think Vishaka is happy with your answer. She writes, "Awesome. I'm totally doing it."
Thank you. And you do try a few other things and give me those things. I will definitely include them in the videos which I make.
Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. So fabulous, Avanti. That's really great for you to share so many things out here, and I'm sure it's going to be helpful. And as we know, there's always a whole bunch of people who will be looking at the videos later, and they would have some questions in mind. So for the women out here, if you have questions in mind, do feel free to drop it in the comments box, and we will
Yes.
ensure that we'll get it answered through Avanti. Right, Avanti? You'd be there
Yes.
to help us out there.
Why
Yeah.
not? Why not? Anytime.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. So it has been a great time and a lot of insights and a lot of information that we have got on this particular subject. Thank you, Avanti, for being here, and it's absolutely a pleasure to host you in the TransformHER Learning Hub. So we are here to give knowledge. We are here to help women out on all areas of their life. So nutrition being the most important thing, because once you have the energy, once you have everything that's required for your health, all other areas start just
And
opening up.
positivity. So nutrition gives positivity. That's very, very important. And
Yeah.
Tejaswini, women do need women like you backing them and telling them that they are doing wonderful things. So you are having a great initiative. Please keep up with all the energy you have. And I do love watching all your videos. I have pinged you also many times about it. So
Yes.
please keep on doing your good work. All the best to you, and thank you, audience, for having a patient hearing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Avanti. There's one more question which says, how can we enroll for the 90-day thing? I think, Avanti, you can, probably get in touch and, answer the
So,
question.
just quickly, I'll mention I have got my website, which is avantideshpande.com. Please log on to that. You'll get an entire details there. Or, Tejaswini, I will just put my number there so they can get in touch with us, and my team will help you to understand what the program is. I'll be only giving the diets, but my team just takes you through, reach me, and then, we'll be helping you out together.
Superb, superb. So thank you once again, and we had a lovely time with you, and hope
Thank
to
you
see
so
you
much.
back again. Yeah.
All right.
Bye. See you. Bye.